Hey, this is Bruce Cook. This video, I'm just showing some new things that I'm doing right now with my plants that are outside. So now my plants, for the most part, are doing pretty good, but I'm running into a little problem again. Same problem I dealt with last year when I first put my plants outside, and that is I got something that's trying to chew up my plants. Let me show you. See, these are new plants that I just put out um, probably a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and they did not have all these chew marks on the leaves. So this is going on with these, every one of these plants, my new ones, my larger, older ones. So it's not. Some of them are getting picked apart as quick as a lot of the smaller ones that I had last year that I had in front of my front porch. But so last year I discovered it was ants, and they were doing it around time it would rain. I ended up discovering the ants were getting into my plants, chewing pieces of leaves off and then carrying them off. And I got rid of that problem. I tried a bunch of so-called natural remedies like baking powder and or baking soda. What is it called? Diatomaceous earth or diatomaceous earth, stuff like that. None of that would work. And what I ended up having to resort doing, which I originally really didn't want to do, was use actual man-made chemical pesticides. It was some ortho granulate bug killer, and that immediately put a stop to that problem. Now, when I had laid down this black mulch in my little garden area, I did sprinkle this throughout it. So apparently, that's not deterring whatever it is. This time, it's not ants. So I've been looking diligently and thoroughly throughout all these plants, the containers, and everything, and I don't have any ant piles in here. I don't see any ants crawling up into my stuff. So, and it's not aphids either. I've been constantly checking for aphids. I haven't even seen any aphids on any of my plants. Probably about a week. And in fact, my new plants that I had just transplanted, they were the only ones, some of them that still had some aphids going in there, and I haven't seen them in about a week. So, I hit these plants up a couple times with, what is it called? Neem oil that I got from the rustic garden. Plus, I've had a lot of wasps and stuff that's been hanging out in my garden area. I'm guessing, they were feeding on aphids that were in here. So I always welcome the wasps to come in here and do that. So what I did, something I did do last year that I didn't do yet until today, was I do have, it's a little 1 gallon or half-gallon size plant watering container. So I'm so what I'm doing is I'm sprinkling a little bit of that inside the buckets themselves. I did that last year, and between that and putting the ortho on the ground, it put like an immediate stop to them getting bit up. So, but this time I don't know what's doing it, but I'm hoping maybe this ortho stuff might take care of it. Another thing I'm doing, so something I realized I was doing kind of wrong. I'm not finished doing it yet. I did get over half my plants done, but that was I had put probably too much mulch on the tops of the soil in these containers. I remember the first year I grew, I did not use mulch, and my plants got good results. I didn't start that till the second season. Also, the first season, something I did that I didn't do again until this season was, get calcium nitrate in the soil. So what I'm doing is I am removing some of the mulch that's in there. I mean, I literally had over 2 inches thick of mulch on the soil on these. So I took out just enough that I think, when it rains or when I water the plants, I don't have to worry about soil splashing back up on the leaves. I do have leaves removed at the very bases of the stalks of these plants, just above the soil. So, but I'm doing that. Plus, what I'm actually doing is I've been removing all the mulch in these plants, going through them one by one, and I'm sprinkling a little bit of Osmocote food pellets. So this is something I learned from Kingstar. Now, I did use this the first season as well. And again, the first season I grew peppers. You would think that would have been my most rusty season. And it turned out like my plants were the healthiest that first season. So I did a lot of things right. Money was the issue the next 2 seasons, not being able to afford to buy certain things. But this season's a little bit better. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to replicate everything that I did in the first season. The only major difference is the type of soil I'm using. The first season I used Magic Dirt. I got that from Walmart, but Walmart hasn't had that for the past 3 years now. So I mentioned in my other videos, I am using, well, the majority of my plants, they're the Organics Performance Miracle-Gro. I learned that from Ed Curry on his channel. That's what he recommended when he was showing how to grow and raise super hot pepper plants. And then I have Vigora and Kellogg plant container soil, and the rest of them because Walmart had run out of the Organics Performance Miracle-Gro. And then all the newer, younger plants that are in the 1 gallon containers over there, I have regular Miracle-Gro. So, but that's what I'm doing right now. So I got everything over there done. I finished the Red Ghosts not too long ago. I had to take a break. And then I just have these plants in the center. I'm not going to be touching the ones in the 1 gallon containers. I'll do all that when I go to, whenever I get 2 gallon containers and I transplant them. And then I still have these to go. Also, something I showed in my one of my last videos was some of these plants that were trying to rot. They had lost their leaves and they were rotting from the top down. The one and only plant I've had that actually completely died on me, it was doing the same thing, but because I didn't catch it in time, I mean, it was these plants were all like rotting like 3/4, well, about 1/2 inch every single day from the top down. So I showed in my last video what I did was I had clipped the rotted parts off and I put these little baggies on top. And still, even several days later, there's been no signs of them continuing to rot. So I'm thinking these little Ziploc bags I'm putting on there might be protecting them from whatever is in the air that was causing it. Let's see, how does this look? Can't really tell. I'll be able to tell just by how it feels. Yeah, it looks like that one is a little bit of rotting. But like I said before, I put these little baggies on top of them. I mean, they were rotting almost 1/2 inch every single day. No rotting. There's no rotting. It looks a little discolored, but that feels real firm. So it seems like my little experiment is actually working. I just need these plants to grow their leaves back. Now I got good news with some of my other plants. My let's see here, that's getting a little soft. That's firm. But my Primatali plant that I got in this 5 gallon container, you can see the leaves are starting to take off. They're starting to grow. So that's what I'm looking for. I want these plants that I'm trying to get to recover, to grow their leaves. And then there's just another one over here. Oh, here it is. This is one of the plants that had some pretty messed up leaves when I first put it out here. This is one of the last leaves, old leaves that's on it. And look at that. Those are all brand new leaves. All the small, nice, lighter green colored ones. So that plant's recovering pretty good. I'm trying to think, was there something else? But yeah, anyways, I wanted to show off some different things that I'm doing. I know a lot of people don't like using these man-made chemical pesticides, but I mean, I have to resort to extreme measures when I've learned that other certain measures didn't work for me, and I need my plants to grow. So I can't be finicky about what I'm using when I keep running into dead ends and my plants keep getting messed up trying to use those other natural remedies. So I'm hoping sprinkling a little bit of that in the containers themselves might help. But I don't know what's attacking them this time. I'm not finding ants. There's no aphids. And it's not sunspots. So you can tell a difference. Like when I first put these out here and I only had one layer of shade cloth before I learned I had to put two on there. There was, some of these leaves, if they had drops of water on them or something and then the sun came out right afterwards, because these were brand new to being outside, they couldn't quite handle it. So there's quite a few plants that have some leaves that look like that. So that would be where that came from. That's the kind of, if there's any newer growers that are trying to get tips on how to do things, when you hear some other growers that make videos, showing you how to grow and stuff, and they mention don't have don't have water on your plants like when it's really hot out and the sun's out. That's why they recommend doing your watering and stuff in the beginning of the day when it's cooler. It's because things like this can happen. Just a couple of drops of water can magnify the sunlight and cause it to burn through, just like with a magnifying glass. But anyways, that's what I got going on. When I got some more things going on, I'll put up another video. Maybe whenever I can get the 2-gallon containers and I get these things transplanted. Oh, you will see. I do have one of these plants, my yellow Muga scorpions, Carolina Reapers, and Dragon's Breath. I did put one of each in a 5-gallon container. And of course I put it in the middle, since there's 5 total plants of each of those. But I don't have any more 2-gallon containers. I gotta come up with $50 or something so I can get like a 25 count pack of them. So hopefully I'll be able to do that here soon. But anyways, until then, hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one.